All the best for your last day Ganesh Puja.
Thank you, Nana. Yes, we are good to go. Once it is 5, you can start.
Okay.
You can start, Nana.
Okay. Om. Om. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudirayeet Adha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Navamodhyayah Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogaha Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. This is another chapter where without interruption only Bhagavan speaks. That kind of a chapter was the 7th chapter, and all other chapters, one way or the other, Arjuna till now has been asking a question either in the beginning or in the middle, etc. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyamyanasuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajñatva mokshasya shubhat rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshavagaman dharmyam susukam kartumavyayam Ashraddhana purushaha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mruchu samsara vartmani maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamutina Matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitah nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhutavrunnna cha bhutastaha mamatma bhutabhavanaha yatha kashasthito nityam vayut sarvatra gomahan तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मस्तानि चुपधारया सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय Prakritim yanti mamikam. Prakritim yanti mamikam. Kalpakshaye punasthani. Kalpadau vishrujamyaham. Prakritim swamavashtabhya. Vishrujami punah punaha. Bhutagramamimam krishnam. Avasham prakrutervashat. न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. I think we'll stop here. We'll get back to verse number 1. So we have been successful in going through the 8th chapter, Akshara Brahma Yoga. Through that, towards the end, we have come to know that the Shukla Krishna Gati Hyete Jagata Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yachana Vrittim Anyaya Avartate Punaha Naite Shruti Pardhajanan Yogi Muhyati Kaschana Naite Shruti Pardhajanan Yogi Muhyati Kaschana. This yogi is a wise person. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavajuna. You become a person endowed with complete wisdom. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavajuna. Vedeshu Yajneshu Tapassu Chaiva Daneshu Yat Punya Phalam Pratishtam Acheti Tat Sarvam Idam Viditva Idam Jnanam Viditva Acheti Sarvam Yogi Param Sthanam Upaiti Chajyam. And this yogi will attain to the Param Sthanam. This we have seen. That means what? The Dakshinayana Punyakalam, Uttarayana Punyakalam, they are kind of limited to the yogis who have not really become wise yet. Unlike the 27th verse where yogi is mentioned and he is considered to be a wise person. Yes, please.
Sorry, there is a question here. This yoginaha is mentioned here. Now, this yoginaha is not the yoga rudha who is established in yoga like a jnani, right? A jnani is beyond this.
Yeah, he is beyond it, but here also, this person, though he has not become a Jivan Mukta, but he has come to appreciate the fallacy of the Dakshinayana, Uttarayana, Punyakalas, etc., and come to realize that moksha is obtainable only through wisdom, only through jnana. Jnana devatu kaivalyam, nata anyavidaha. He has come to realize that person, Naite Shruti Pardhajanan, Yogi Mukhyati Kaschana, he will not be deluded at all. And Tasmat Sadveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavajana. That was the message from Bhagavan Krishna to Arjuna. Okay, and following on.
Yeah. There is two more clarification. Now, when he says yoginaha, what level of yogi is mentioned? Because everybody on the path who is doing karma yoga, would they qualify to become this yoginaha? That is number one. And second, when he talks of this Uttarayanam, Dakshinayana Kala, is it with respect to Brahma or is it with respect to the human Dakshinayana, Uttarayana?
No, human Dakshinayana, Uttarayana.
Human.
Regarding Brahma, Devas and Piturs, there are no Dakshinayanam, Uttarayanam. These are only Bhuloka
for
related.
Earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are related to us
Mm.
because your Dakshinayinam spans 6 months. 6 months of your time. Uttarayana, same thing. Understand? So that is relevant only to us. And these up to the 26th verse, people who are yoginaha, but who has not yet become wise to the extent of appreciating that na karmana, na prajaya, dhane naiva, chage naike amrutatva manashuhu. They have not yet fully appreciated that. Because of that, they are craving for, passing away in Uttarayana Punyakalam and waiting to see that the Dakshinayana Punyakalam is completely exhausted. That kind of a thing happened to Bhishmacharya. Bhishmacharya in Bharatam. Hey Brahmara, I have not yet sent you the Bharatam, which I will send today. Right?
Okay, Nana.
This
So
Uttarayana,
this shloka, this Shukla Pakshe Gati Heshe, all that is
Hmm.
similar to the Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham. So it is in similar lines. So people who hold on to that, is it?
Not really, because Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham, and they consider Swargam Eva Paraha. Whereas these people, they are committed to Mukti. They are committed to Mukti. They are not interested in Swarga at all. These are people who have done very painstakingly a lot of Karma Yoga Anushtanam, and they have done Jhanam and contemplation, Nidhijyasanam, and they have the at least a superficial appreciation that wisdom alone is the means for Kaivalyam, at least. But they are still not leaving the karma path. And with this karma, with this nidijasana, and nidijasana contemplating on what? Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma Jasana is Jhanam. And that Saguna Brahma is Brahmaji, the Srishtikartara. And they are very keen on at least going there and getting liberated based on Brahmaji's teaching. That they are convinced. That is how those yogis wait till the Uttarayana Punyakalam. But the one who is wiser than these people, he does not give such a lot of weightage to Uttarayana Punyakalam, Dakshinayana Punyakalam. Naite Shruti Pardhajanam Yogi Muhyati Kaschana. He will not be deluded into thinking that these are the Jagataha Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yachana Vrittim Anyeja Avartate Punaha. That was the 26th verse, I think. They do not give much weightage to that. They concentrate on, like in the Atma Bodha, and what was that verse? Sadhanebhyo hi sakshan moksheka sadhanam pakasya vanyavadnyanam vina moksho na siddhyati. Pakasya vanyavat jnanam vina moksho na siddhyati. This they are totally convinced, and they strive for that for the jnanam, because when moksha is being talked of, moksha is freedom from what? Jara marana mokshaya. Jara marana mokshaya. Freedom from old age and death. Jara marana mokshaya. Mama shricha yatantiye. Te brahma tadvidu krishnam. Adhyatmam karma chakilam. That was covered in the 8th chapter. Is it not? So those are the people who are convinced that jnanam is of utmost importance, and they strive to eliminate ajnanam through the Shastra Janita Jnanam. Shastra is the means for obtaining jnanam, and they will be wedded to that knowledge, the acquisition of that knowledge. Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pratishtam acheti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. And that yogi param sthanam upaiti. Okay? Evam viditva acheti tat sarvam idam viditva. Evam prakarena viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Now,
Nana, I have one question. Sorry, can I ask?
mm,
There are many places where this yogi word is used. There is in 6th chapter, tapasvibhyo diko yogi jnanibhyo pimatodika karmabhyas siddhiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. So this tasmad yogi bhavarjuna, like jnani yogi, karma yogi, what kind of yogi we are talking here?
No. I think you have forgotten what we have covered during that verse. This, what you are saying, is occurring in the 6th chapter.
Yes.
In the Dhyana Yoga, Atma Samyama Yoga.
Yes.
Okay. I will tell you what that verse is. There,
yeah, it is
we
46.
have covered it. No. Listen. What we have done is, Tapasvibhyo, this is the 46th verse of the 6th chapter. What you are saying is right to an extent. But listen, Tapasvibhyodiko yogi, this yogi is higher than, greater than people who merely do tapas. Okay? Merely do tapas. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi, jnanibhyo pimatodhikaha. Jnanibhyaha means paroksha jnanibhyaha. Like people like you and I, who are trying to pick up the threads from Vedanta through the Gita, Shravana, Manana, whatever. This is only paroksha jnanam. It has not become part of your being, and it has not lifted you away from ajnana. You are still, and I am still a jiva who has got a mind which is swimming in total ajnana. That jnanibhyopi madhotikaha is that paroksha jnani. A person who has bookish knowledge, a person who understands what Bhagavan is saying through the Gita, but though he is making an effort to be that, he has not yet been that. That kind of a jnani. Jnanipyopi mathodikaha. Karmibhyaschadhiko yogi. This we have adequately covered. This karmibhyaschadhiko yogi is what? Yamimam pushpitam vacham, that kind of a fellow who does not have yavasayatmika buddhi. That fellow will not appreciate at all, because his paramam gati is swargam eva. Swarga eva paraha. That person. Karmibhyaschadhiko yogi. Tasmat, therefore, yogi bhavajuna. Become a yogi. And that yogi is karma yogi plus jnana yogi, also nididhyasana yogi, a person who can do saguna brahma upasana, as well as he can make an attempt at nirguna brahma upasana. But he will be only making an attempt at the upasanas. But he has not yet become the saguna brahma. He has not come to realize that. And this Shukla Krishna Gati Hete will be relevant to such persons who are doing Saguna Brahma Upasana. In case they pass away during the Uttarayana Punya Kalam, they, as per Gita Shastram and as per Kitaya, they will go to Brahmaji and be there for a number of years, be his Sishyas. Brahmaji will readily accept such people because they have qualified themselves in the Bhuloka to be present as Shishyas for him. He will teach them Atma Vidya, and from there, Krama Mukti. Krama Mukti means what? After having departed from the Bhuloka, they will go to Brahmaloka, and there they will get liberated, not through any karma, through Brahmaji's jnana. Wherever you go, throughout the Gita, jnana tevatu kaivalyam. Natu anya vidhanena. It is not possible. Because if ajnanam is our problem, if darkness is our problem, we have to switch on the lamp. Then only darkness goes away. Whatever else you do, darkness will not go away. Same thing with this. If ignorance is a problem for all of us, we will have to get rid of ignorance through knowledge. Knowledge is not paroksham. It is not empirical knowledge. It is not doctoral knowledge. It is not some PhD here, PhD there. It is not some scholarship. It is knowledge of the self. Knowledge of who we indeed are. That is obtainable only through what? Only through aparoksha jnana. When you want to knock off ignorance, you require knowledge, which will simply banish ignorance, and you will readily appreciate who you are. You will appreciate who you are, and that who you are that you have appreciated is no different from Paramatma, whom you have been seeking till now. This Mahavakyas, Aham Brahmasmi, Ayam Atma Brahma. Okay? Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, these are all Mahavakyas. Amongst these Mahavakyas, only that Prajnanam Brahma, which is occurring in the Aitareya Upanishad, it does not as though directly indicate the Jivatma Paramatma Yoho Ekatvam, but all others they do. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham is what? Aham is this Ajnani Jiva. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I have banished this ignorance and I am indeed Brahma. Tat Tvamasi. Chandogya Upanishad Prabodha. Tattvamasi. You are indeed that. It is not saying, Chandogya Upanishad is not saying, Tattvam Tvam Bhavishyasi. Tat Tvam Bhavishyasi. It's not saying you will become that. Chandogya is not saying you will become that. It has never said. It said you are that. You have to only discover what you have forgotten. Tat Tvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. Ayam Atma Brahma. This Atma you are talking of is indeed Brahma. These are the great Mahavakyas. Such kind of Mahavakyas are there. Even in the Gita, as we go by, we will realize. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kshetrajnam cha api mam vidhi. Understand, Arjuna, that I am Kshetrajna in all the Kshetras. Kshetras are what? You are a Kshetra, I am a Kshetra. So in you and I, Bhagavan is saying, is the Kshetrajna. So Jiveshwara Yoho Abheda Buddhihi. Any Mahavakya will proclaim this. Jiveshwara Yoho Abheda Buddhihi. That is a Mahavakya. Okay? So Karmibhyaschadiko yogi tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. You become that yogi. That is the import of Bhagavan's teaching. There, see, I'll tell you what, throughout the Gita, there are a number of words like Atma. Atma, sometimes, depending on the context, it may merely mean the sthola shariram. Sometimes it may mean the jnanendriyas. Sometimes it may mean the antakarana. Sometimes it may mean only the manaha. It depends on the context. So that must be understood. We have covered this 46th verse of the 6th chapter adequately, removing these kind of doubts which may come up later. But the doubt came up. I'm happy that we're dealing with it again. That's all right. Now, is that your doubt is cleared, madam?
Yes, yes. You means the context is important. Many times yogi
Very
word
right.
is used for karma yoga, sometimes for jnana yoga. But
Very
yeah,
right.
we have to put in that context. Yes.
Very right. While see in the 8th chapter, the yogi has the 3 connotations. One is a simple karma yogi, another is a karma yogi together with the knowledge acquisition for which he is striving, and a dhyana yogi. And depending on the context, he is these two and also a nididhyasana yogi. And towards the end, in the 27th verse of the same chapter, Bhagavan said, Naite Shruti Pardhajanan Yogi Muhyati Kaschana. That yogi is better than the last yogi we have covered, who does even nididhyasana. He has come to appreciate that without jnanam there is no moksha. And it is a futile pursuit to go pass away in Dakshinayana, Uttarayana, striving to be there, etc. Directly, I shall be a Jivan Muktaha iti Drudhanaschayavan Aparoksha Jnanavan Jivan Muktaha iti Uktaha. This is what we have covered in the Tattva Bodha. Jivan Muktaha Kaha. Who is this fellow Jivan Muktaha? Yatha Dyehoham, Pranoham, Antakaranoham, etc., etc. Tadha. Like even you have got a Drudhanishaya, that you are the Deha, that you are the Jnanendriyas, you are the Karmendriyas, you are the Antakarana, you are the Ahankara, etc. You have got a Drudhanishayam. Tadha. Naham Dehaha, I am not the body. Naham Dehaha, na Manaha, na Antakaranaha, na tu Ahankaraha. Aham Sarvantaryami. Sachidananda Swarupaha iti Drudhanishchaya Jnanavan Jivan Muktaha. We have covered that. Do you recollect that? Hello?
Yeah, no, I was not in that Tattva Bodha class. So maybe it was.
Okay. But you open what Brahmara has said
Yes.
in the form of the recorded talks.
Yes, yes.
Request kindly listen to those. You will appreciate that.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Now, in the 9th chapter. Now all doubts are cleared.
Yes.
Can we get on to 9th chapter? Shri
Yes,
Bhagavan Vacha. Like I said, like in the 7th chapter, when it was only Bhagavan throughout, same thing with this 9th chapter, Bhagavan throughout. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Idam tute guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave. This anasuyave, this vakyam, this word, Bhagavan has used a number of times. Anasuyave means, Asuya means, like we have covered earlier, Asuya is different from Irshya. Irshya is equated to be jealousy in the English language. This Asuya is not jealousy. This Asuya, it is generally mistaken to be jealousy, which is not. Asuya is in a Jnanavan Purushaha or in a Gunavan Purushaha, in a person who abounds in beautiful qualities, Sugana Gani Eva. That kind of a person, in that person, Dosha Darshanam. Dosha Darshanam Guneshu. In Guneshu means Sadguneshu. In Sadguneshu, Dosha Darshanam. That kind of a mental attitude, if I have, I am called Asuyave. Asuya fellow. I have got the Asuya. And Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, Pravakshyami. Vakshyami means I am going to unfold to you. I am going to tell you. I am going to teach you. Pravakshyami means what? Pravakshyami means
I will tell.
I'm going to tell you in all
Explain.
great detail. Pravakshyami, prakarshena vakshyami. I am gaining all my knowledge power, and with that backing, I am going to unfold to you what indeed is this guhyatamam. This guhyatamam shastram pravakshyami, but you have to listen. Anasuyave. Anasuyave, without any asuya, hey Arjuna, you must listen. You should not equate me to some Gopala who simply attends to the cattle in the morning and keeps on playing the flute and troubling the gopikas. No, you should not equate me to just that. Pravakshyami anasuyave. Because I have said earlier in the 4th chapter, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. Hey, I have seen a lot of janmas, yours and mine. I know all of them. You do not know any of them. You do not even know your present Janma, Arjuna. That is why you have been trying to run away from the battlefield. Pravakshyami anasuyave. That anasuyave means understand that I am capable of giving you hitavakyam. What is hitavakyam? Yat shreyaha. You wanted to know what is mokshadayakam you wanted. I am going to give you that. Pravakshyami anasuyave. Without any cavilling, without any doubt regarding I am capable of giving you this kind of a profound knowledge or not, without that kind of a doubt, listen. Idam, this. Tu means what? This too has a connection with the 8th chapter. 8th chapter said what? Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pratishtam acheti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param. That yogi, he will cross over all those things. Okay? Tu, whereas idam te guhyatamam, I am going to guhyatamam, the superlative secret. Superlative secret is what? Superlative secret is what? Think of a miser and think of a billionaire miser. He has a lot of money. He has such a lot of money. He could have upset a lot of people. But this fellow, miser, he thinks he does not have anything. And he neither eats well nor sleeps well. Why he does not sleep well? Because he's worried about the wealth that he has created, of which he is a master, that may vanish in no time. And he is worried about that. And he does not eat well because by eating well, he will be expending the avyayam dhanam. He has got avyayam dhanam, billions and billions of rupees or dollars he has got. He does not want that to become diminutive. He wants that as avyayam. And because of that, what? He does not know that he is a master of so many billions. And if somebody wants to reveal to him, hey, you are indeed a very powerful man. You are not a pauper. You are not a poor man. You are the master of so many billions. Don't you know that? You know what is the use of acquiring so many billions if you do not know how to make use of that? And this is the way for you to make use of. Danam damasya yajnasya swadhyayastapa ahimsa satyama krodha tyaga shantirapaishunam daya bhuteshu alulutvam madhavam hrira chapalam teja kshama dhruti shaucham adroho na atimanita. Hey, these are all the beautiful, noble qualities which you can exhibit. And for exhibition, you require to spend the billions you have got. You are capable of spending, and that will give you immense happiness. And you will become a very, very Yajyadacharati Sreshtaha was mentioned in the 3rd chapter. Yajyadacharati Sreshtaha Tattadeva Hitaro Janaha Sahayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadanu Vartate. Hey, why don't you be that exemplar? Oh, Maisa, you are capable of doing great things. You do not know. Wake up. And when you do that, are you not giving him a very great secret? Beyond which there is no other secret. Guhyatamam. Idante Guhyatamam. Amongst the secrets, it is the very best. Guhyatamam Pravakshyami Anasuyave. And when you have been successful in convincing the Maisa into adopting the beautiful, beautiful attitudes which I have covered in a couple of slokas, then will he not be happy by himself with his millions and billions of dollars? Idam tute guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave jnanam. I'm going to give you what? Jnanam vijnana sahitam. I'm going to give you jnanam vijnana sahitam. Because without jnanam vina natu kaivalyam. Without jnanam, there is no kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is moksham. Kevalasya svabhavaha is kaivalyam. Moksham is indeed that. Jnanam vijnana sahitam. This vijnana sahitam is what? After obtaining this jnanam, you will immediately realize that you are none other than I. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yat jnatva, having known which, mokshase, you will be freed. Mokshase, you will be liberated. From where? Ashubhat. And what is Ashubhat? From Janana Marana Pravaha.
Samsara.
Ashubhat is samsara.
Yeah, samsara.
Samsara. Mokshase Ashubhat. This Janana Marana Samsara will no longer bother you. Naite Shruti Pardhajanan, 27th verse of earlier chapter. Naite Shruti Pardhajanan yogi muhyati kasyana tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. And that jnanam, vijnana sahitam, I am going to unfold to you. Pravakshyami anasuyave. This is guhyat guhyatamam. Amongst the secrets, it is the most superlative secret, because this concerns you and you are unaware of this. What you are, that you are very, very great indeed. You have not known, and you are that. You are I natu anyaha. And is it not a great secret? That I'm going to unfold to you. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yat jnatva, having known which, mokshase ashubhat, from janana marana pravaha samsaraha. And what kind of samsara is this? Dukkadayakam. Earlier some verse was there which says it is
Dukkhalayam ashashvata.
correct. Dukkhalayam ashashvat. Thank you. Thank you for remembering that. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. See, those mahatmanaha, having equipped themselves adequately, samsiddhim paramam gataha, they have become the moksha arha purushaha. Moksha arha purusha, when they have become, then they will cross over this dukkadayakam samsaram. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha said, can you live this? Oi. Yeah. Yeah. Can you lower a little? I'm going through the Pratipadartha. Yeah. Lord Bhagavan said, two whereas. This whereas has connection with the earlier chapter. Okay? Two, idam this, guhyatamam jnanam, most secret knowledge, guhyatamam jnanam, vijnana sahitam, together with the aparoksha jnanam, immediate knowledge, te anusuyate, te anusuyave, te to you, anusuyave, you who I understand as a person who sees very objectively and does not see dosha in guna, anasuyave. Prabhakshami, I am going to explain clearly in great detail. Yat jnatva, having known which, mokshase, will be liberated, will be freed for all times. And this is not just once. Okay? And after this, there is no going back to the samsara at all. Ashubhat, mokshase, from all that is inauspicious. And what is inauspicious is what? Samsaram, sagaram, tulyam, jara tulyam, jaya tulyam, punah punaha, all these, that samsara is equivalent to dukkha, sagaraha, Bhagavan said. Whereas I will explain clearly and in great detail to you, who are without calumny, anasuyave, the most secret knowledge, together with immediate knowledge, knowing which you will be released from all that is inauspicious. All that is inauspicious. When Bhagavan is making this kind of a statement, the Shishya will be absolutely alert. Will have to be alert. All of us are now alert. What Bhagavan is going to say, what is Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, Yajnatva Mokshase Ashubhat, from everything inauspicious you are going to be freed. Let us be careful in understanding what Bhagavan is going to convey. And the second verse he is going to convey, Raja Vidya.
This also means that Anasuya way means, of course, he's describing Arjuna. It also means only a person who is Anasuya is eligible for this knowledge. So that becomes an eligibility criterion also, right?
True.
Because otherwise, any other
right.
person, with a corrupt mind will not be able to grasp this knowledge.
Correct. Now, he may be able to just understand, but he may not be able to assimilate the essence of the teaching, which is very, very important. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, when Bhagavan is saying, it is important that Anasuyave is a prerequisite. Good point. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam, Pratyakshaavagamam, Dharmyam, Susukam, Kartum Avyayam. Raja Vidya, it is a kingly knowledge. Earlier, what was said? In the earlier first verse, Jnanam, Vijnana Sahitam. Now he is saying Raja Vidya. He is not saying Raja Jnanam. So this Vidya and the Jnanam, they are identical. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pravakshami, Anasuyave, earlier said in the first verse. And before that, what did Bhagavan say? Guhyat Guhyatamam, Raja Guhyam. That Guhyatamam is Raja Guhyam. Rajaguhyam, it is a kingly secret. It is a kingly knowledge. Okay? Kingly knowledge means what? Like you say, mango is the king of fruits. Don't we say that? And all people in Andhra say, Avakai is the king of pickles. Don't we say that? So the king, Rajavidya means that. Rajagushyam means that. It is the best. This Vidya is the best. This secret, there is none greater than this secret. Pavitram. Pavitram is what? Has a capacity to purify. Pavitram, idam, uttamam, uttamam pavitram, uttamam rajaguhyam, uttamam rajavidya. This uttamam can be the prefix for these, and beautifully it becomes very appropriate. Pratyaksha avagamam, dharmyam. Dharmyam is in accordance with dharma. Okay, in line with dharma. And whatever I'm going to say, it is going to be in line with dharma. And what you need to adopt will be dharma prakarena. And with that, it will be very, very easy for you. Kartum, this kartum, for you to practice this, or for you to put it into effort, it is susukam. It is so very easy. This avyayam vidya. This avyayam vidya. Idam, this Raja Vidya, the king of all knowledge. Rajaguhyam, the king of secrets. Pavitram Uttamam is the greatest purifier. Pavitram idam Uttamam, greatest purifier. Pratyaksha avagamam. Directly you can absorb that. You can appreciate that. Pratyaksha avagamam, directly appreciated. Dharmyam, in keeping with dharma. Swamiji is very fond of 2-3 types of words. One is this in keeping with dharma. This is one favorite word of his. Another word is what? He is together. Yogi yuktaha. Sarvada yuktaha means in keeping with dharma. He
And
is
what
always
is to be done has to be done. He keeps saying that several
and
times.
he is together. He is the one together. He has got karmendriyani samyamya and jnanendriyani samyamya, manaha cha samyamya, yaha dharayate dhyanam. That kind of a person is the yogi who is together. Swamiji is very fond of these two kinds of words. In keeping with dharma, in accordance with dharma, not transgressing any portion of the dharma, even by an iota. So, in keeping with dharma, susukam kartum, easy to accomplish. Avyayam, this is imperishable. Which is imperishable? This Raja Vidya is imperishable. And the Raja Guhyam I'm going to give you is imperishable. And this Pavitram Uttamam is imperishable. And this is a king of all knowledge, the king of secrets, the greatest purifier. Hey, can you live this as I am reading? Oh, this is the king of all knowledge, the king of secrets, the greatest purifier, directly appreciated, unopposed to dharma, in accordance with dharma, easy to accomplish and imperishable. Easy to accomplish. Why Bhagavan is saying easy to accomplish? Because everybody else will generally do what in respect of us? They will say, you are the most useless person I have come across. You are no good. You can't accomplish anything. Neither can you demonstrate that you can accomplish. All these epithets they will give, and they will castigate us to no end. And Vedanta Shravana only will lift you to very, very great heights. And what are the great heights? Raja Vidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, Idamuttamam, Pratyaksha Avagamam, Dharmyam, Susukam Kartum Avyayam, and Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, Yat Jnatva Mokshashe Ashubhat. You are indeed, no other Shastra will tell you this. No other great friend of yours will tell you this. Only a Suhrut like Bhagavan can tell you this. Suhrut. Udasina Madhyasta Dveshya Bandhushu Sadhushvapi cha Papeshu Samabuddhihi Visishyate. He will be having the Samabuddhi. Who the person who has ascended to a great height and appreciating the truth of the Vedanta Vakya, that person, not opposed to dharma, easy to accomplish and imperishable. Okay, and continuing, Ashraddha Dhan. Now, if you are Anasuyave, these are the gains for you. If you are otherwise, okay, if you are an otherwise person, if you are a wise person, wise means a person who can understand a good teaching, a good Vedanta Vakya from Bhagavan. That is that kind of a wise person. Okay, that wisdom is aparoksha or paroksha.
Aparoksha.
Huh?
No,
Aparoksha, you don't require teaching.
correct. No, this is Paroksha Jnana.
Correct. Paroksha. That kind of a paroksha jnanavan, that person will gain what Bhagavan is saying in the first two verses. On the other hand, if he is not a wise person, he is another wise person, and that's being talked of here in the third verse. The other wise person, how does he look like? Ashraddha dhana purushaha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vatmani. He will bounce back. Nivartante, go away. Keep that, okay. Vale. Nivartante mrityu samsara vatmani. He will get back to samsara vatmani, which is ridden with mrityu, jara, marana, mokshaya. You are doing all these things, but if you do not have shraddha, ashraddha dhanaha purushaha, if you do not have shraddha in the Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu, and if you are not giving a belief to yourself, pending your own inquiry within your laboratory, ashraddha dhana purushaha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya, not having gained, mam, not having gained me, nivartante, they will return. Mrityu samsara vatmane, ashraddha dhanaha purushaha dharmasyasya. This dharma, asya, parantapa, he has got ashraddha, yeah. And parantapa, hey Arjuna, O destroyer of enemies. The meaning of parantapa is paran, shatrun, tapayati, iti parantapaha. Paran, other than your own people. Paran, shatrun means enemies. Tapayati means like the Grishma Kala sun. Tapayati means he will as the burn. Tapayati iti parantapa. O destroyer of enemies, Arjuna. Asya dharmasya, of the self-knowledge. Ashraddha dhana purushaha. Those people who have no shraddha, no faith. Mam aprapya, not gaining me. Mrityu samsara vartmani, on the road of samsara, which is fraught with death. Nivartante, they return to remain in here. This also, they return to remain in that samsara. Those people who have no faith in this self-knowledge, Arjuna, not gaining me, remain on the road of samsara, which is fraught with death. Which is fraught with death. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina mastani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu vastitaha nacha mastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta brunna cha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. These two verses are to be read together. We will see that as we go by tomorrow. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina. This even space can claim. Space, which is Maya janitam, and Maya is what? Maya is what? Dependent on Paramatma, Brahmashraya. Okay? That Maya janitam Akasha also can claim. Hey, I can claim Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina. I am one. I can't be. I don't have a form. Avyaktamurtina. I am so subtle that I cannot be grasped. Who indeed I am. Iti, even Akasha can claim. Jagat, this entire Jagat. This Jagat is not limited to just Bhuloka, Surya, Mandala, etc. Entire Jagat. Whatever you are able to see through your world's best of telescopes, through your intelligence, you are cognizing all these things. And whatever you are not able to presently cognize also will be part of Jagat, whether you have known it or not, it is part of the Jagat. And all those things, Maya tatamidam sarvam, it is completely pervaded by me. Iti Akasha can claim. What to speak of Paramatma? Masthani sarvabhutani. Again, Akasha can claim what? Everything. Sarvabhutani means all beings. All beings include the very globes. Okay? The Surya Loka, Chandra Loka, Nakshatra Mandala, all those great galaxies. Okay? Known, unknown, and so those stars which are disintegrating, becoming nebulae, all those things, mastani sarvabhutani, they are in me. Mastani sarvabhutani, nachaham teshvavastita. I do not reside in them. Nachaham teshu avastitaha. Maya, by me, avyakta Maya avyakta bhutani, whose form cannot be objectified. Yes. Yeah. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta bhutani. Avyakta bhutani. Okay. Idam sarvam jagat, this entire jagat, this entire world. This world is simply, don't limit it to what little we know of Bhumandala, Surya Mandala, etc. You expand your thinking capacity and the entire Jagat. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Brahmaloka, all those things. Atala, Vitala, Suratala, Patala, etc. All those Adholoka, all those, whatever is named in the Puranas, in the Vedas, in the Shastras, all those are pervaded by me. Idam sarvam jagat maya tatam, pervaded by me. Is it not true? If Akasha is claiming that, is it not true? Maya tatamidam sarvam. And Akasha, though it is claiming that all this is pervaded by me, Akasha is not tainted by anything that is happening within it. If there is a star that is exploding, Akasha is not getting burnt. Right? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina mastani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshu avastitaha. I am not in them. In the sense, I am not dependent on them. They all live in me. They are beings and bhutas in me. Iti Even the Jada Akasha can claim. Akasha is Jadam. Don't you agree? The Akasha that you are seeing is not the Akasha of Rajoguna, not Akasha of Satvaguna. It is Akasha of
Panchikarana.
Panchikarana Tamoguna, after Panchikarana. And that is Athamadhama Gunam. That Athamadhama Guna Akasha can claim this. What to speak of Bhagavan? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina mastani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshu avastitaha. I am non-dependent on them. I am not in them. We'll cover this again, maybe tomorrow, and go on to beautiful verses throughout this chapter. Throughout the Gita, there are beautiful verses. Why single out any single chapter, any single verse? Every verse is beautiful because every verse is coming from what?
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan. Gita, Sugita, Kartavya, Kimanyehi, Shastra Vistaraihi. Idi Padmanabhasya, Etat Padmanabhasya, Mukha Padmadvini Shruta. From Kitaya's Mukha Padma, from the lotus mouth of Kitaya, it has come, and it ought to be very, very great. We'll see this tomorrow. Hari Om. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashchid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 He.
Hari Om Nana, Dhanyavad.
Will be
Hari Om.